How you doing? My name is Marvin Marshall of music production, and I'm sitting here with G Money, DJ at Foxy 99 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. How are you?
I'm all right. We just had a couple questions. One of the questions, well, first off, let me say we are doing this interview just to get a perspective, because we all know times change, and it being that it's 2014, we all understand, and in our field, things change. Revolution. People want to do things differently. Trends and stuff like that. So I just wanted to get your opinion on how you feel, history has affected our line of work.
Well, it's crazy because now, when I started back in 2006, we're using computers to do most of the stuff. But in one of our production rooms, we have the old reel-to-reels, all kinds of stuff. Like it's so easy to just click and play a song now, but back then you actually had to grab it, load it up, do this. You want to edit, you got to take a razor blade and do all that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now it doesn't take as much. It can do everything. We have 2 computers in our main studio, 3 actually. One plays the music, one handles the internet, the other one edits all of our calls, any audio we need to deal with. So it's been taking major leaps and bounds. Old school guys probably couldn't even adapt to the way it is now.
What do you see as the role of the visual arts in our society today?
The role of visual arts, I would believe,
especially in our profession.
Right. Especially in our profession, it can play many different roles. Like when there's 2 different feelings when you hear a song and when you see the song in the video. Like, you can hear a song and you be like, it's okay. I like that. You can watch the video for the same song and it can instantly make you like it or dislike it. Me personally, I try not to watch videos because sometimes they take away from my initial feeling of the song. If I already like the song, I don't want to watch the video and think it's crappy, and now you just brought down the level of the song, or this song is alright, I don't really like it. Then I see the video, I'm like, okay, I could deal with the video, but I still don't like the song. Right.
Well, new communications and media technology, it makes imagery almost instantly available. Do you believe that it's having a positive or negative influence on, the industry?
In radio, I would probably want to say negative, because the old saying is video killed the radio star, or TV killed the radio star. Even though radio is still prominent and it's still going like that, some people, they tend to rather see it in action than always hearing it. Yeah. So that kind of puts us, it used to be radio was your number one source for everything. If it happens, radio's on it like that. Now, with your computers, internet, and stuff like that, you can always, instead of just turning on the radio, you can actually look and see what's going on instead of just hearing about it. But there's always going to be a place for radio, but it's so much better to look at something and see it happening, or if it already happened, I can watch it instead of hearing somebody tell you about what just happened.
Right. In our industry, what popular images do you find is repeated throughout it?
Popular images. Popular images. Wait. In music, the same images you see over and over. The lavish lifestyle, the money. The scantily clad women dancing all over the place. The images, they shape society in a way, especially with a certain youth, a certain generation. They'll see something and they see it so much they think this is the way it's supposed to be. So, that gangster lifestyle, right, or what people see in videos, they would always expect, this is how it's going to be. This is probably why a lot of people they want to get into the music business, not even the music business, but the entertainment business, because it doesn't necessarily have to be music. Right. It could be TV, it could be movies. It doesn't just have to be music. But people see that when you're in a certain industry, you might portray a different lifestyle. They might want to have that lifestyle because of what they actually see.
Right. Who is your favorite visual artist?
One of my favorite visual artists, I love Hype Williams. The way he directs, the way he does his movies. Spike Lee, I like his visual style. I mean, Hype Williams in his videos. I like Spike Lee and the way he does his movies. I'm a big, I would call dancing visual art. And before I got into radio, I used to dance a lot. So I like guys like Poppin' Pete or Mr. Wiggles. You know, it's
For people who don't know who those people are, you know,
they're famous dancers. You know, they get out there pop locking and all that stuff.
Right.
Or like, you know, old, like when you see movies like Stomp the Yard and Step Up and all that stuff, you know, it started way back in the day with movies like Breaking, with Turbo and Ozone. Like, cause dancing is an art form as well. You know, you can portray so many different things, and not just popping and locking, but like ballerinas. You know, they can portray a certain feeling. They tell a story with their movements. You know, so all forms of dancing is an art. So.
What, out of all those styles, which one would be your favorite visual style?
Out of all those, like movies, videos, dancing, all that stuff, without question, dancing.
Dancing. Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite visual art. I could watch people dance forever. It's awesome.
Let me ask you, do you have any knowledge of famous artwork?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. Any kind of artworks whatsoever, like not just paintings,
right.
But any kind of famous artwork.
Well, you mean? Well, see, I think artwork. First thing I think about is like the Mona Lisa and stuff like that, or you know, visual arts. You know, you think maybe movies or plays or something like that.
Has any of that, as far as movies and plays, has any of it influenced your creative process?
Oh yeah, like I'm a big fan of Eddie Murphy, guys like the Wayans brothers. I love Dave Chappelle. You know, and even though it's comedy, it's an art.
Right.
And sometimes the way I talk or project my words, or the way I say certain things, is because I've been influenced by a movie or by a comedian or an actor. When I put my drops together, and a drop is something where we have our voice guys say it's G Money on Foxy 99. You know, when I put those together,
yeah.
I'll take it. I like to be very creative with my stuff, so I'll take a piece of a movie and I'll put it in here. It's only like 15 seconds long, but it takes me like 30 minutes to create. You know, so but I'll just think about something that I like in a movie, and I'm like, oh man, it would be cool if I took this and this, have him say this, and it just, you could be riding in your car, you hear that, and you be like, that's pretty good. Like, what was that? Where'd that come from? You know, so yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Well, I definitely appreciate you giving me your time.
Absolutely.
Definitely appreciate it. I actually learned a lot as far as, you know, in the beginning, I knew nothing about cutting and having to manually, you know, do all that stuff. Probably the first time I even tried to see the inner workings of a DJ was probably just when it got to the turntable part. Now, as far as radio, the only thing I remember from radio was when I was real young, and this guy, he was, you know, like yourself, DJ radio, and he would always walk around with these big thick tapes, and I knew they weren't the cassettes because I knew what the cassettes looked like, but it was all these big thick tapes. And I used to always ask him, you know, where are you playing these? And he would always tell me the radio. And I had never seen a cassette that big, you know, when I was younger. And then with turning tables, to be able to move at that speed and still keep a party going, and, you know, looking at the hands, and, you know, all of that takes coordination. You know, and it is an art form. You know, because everybody can't do it. If it was that easy, it'd be a million. Well, I'll take that back. If it was that easy, it'd be a million good DJs.
Right, I was about to say.
Put it like that.
Times have changed, so
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it'd be a million good DJs. So, you know, I definitely appreciate you giving me your time.
Absolutely, man.
My name is Marvin Marshall, music production, Full Sail University. This is G Money.
G Money, Foxy 99, Others Brother Radio.
Y'all take it easy.
You know.